There are many different forms of voice and text communication. We have landline, office phones, we have smartphones, we have text messaging, and who knows what other technologies may evolve over time. Perhaps in the future we'll have a chip inside our head and we can call someone by just thinking about them. I don't know. But the point is, when you have only voice and or text, you have limited media richness, which means no one can see you. So you have to follow a few different rules with these. And let's just talk about on a phone call. We'll start with that. We need to be very careful that we are using the right tone, that our voice sounds okay, because people are going to look for that tone to give them context. So if you call up and you sound angry, they might think you're angry. If you sound depressed, they'll think you're depressed. So you need to think about, what does your telephone voice sound like, for example. The other thing that's really important with phones is this idea of leaving messages, whether it's an outgoing message or leaving a voicemail message. For an outgoing message, it's pretty simple. You want to leave, who have you reached? So you have reached Professor Urmston's office. I'm not available right now. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you. So who did they reach? What do you want them to do about it? It's really quite simple. Leaving a voicemail message is pretty simple too, but you'd be surprised how many people mess it up. You need to say who you are, why you're calling, and what you want them to do. So, hi, this is Professor Urmston. I'm calling because you forgot to turn in your assignment. I need you to go onto Blackboard and submit it by the end of the day. So I've now left you the message. You know who called you. You know why. You know what you're supposed to do. Okay, nothing frustrates me more than when somebody calls me and says, oh, I have a really important thing I need to ask you. Call me back. Well, then just tell me what it is, so when I call you back, I can give you an answer. At least I'll have time to think about it. What happens? I call them back. I get their voicemail. And I go, I'm calling you back about that really important question, but I don't know what the question is, so I can't answer it for you. And we go back and forth and back and forth. A lot of people actually like to use text messages instead of phone calls or voicemail because you have the message there and it's waiting. You don't have to go check it. The thing I don't like about voicemails, I'll get a notice that I have a voicemail message. Now I have to go through the process of checking my voicemail. If I get a text, it's just sitting waiting for me as soon as I can read it. Well, texting at work, what do we do with text messaging? One, learn your company standards. Some companies, they text the way you would text your friends with abbreviations and emojis and things like that. Other companies want you to be very, very formal. So if you're not sure, then use complete sentences and correct grammar until you know differently. So you may want to, if you start out at a company, you're not sure how people handle texting, you might want to start with just doing, complete sentences, correct grammar, no abbreviations, no emojis. Just keep it really formal until you have heard different from the people you work with.